Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Random Rants with Random. I'm up in beautiful far north Queensland again today. Same place I was last ride. Going on the same track, but going to a new spot. So here we go. It's getting a bit hot up here. The March flies are coming out. But if you go for a ride, you go for a ride, eh Katie? Yeah, that's what I reckon. But me and Katie being a bit busy this fortnight, I thought I'd give you a rundown of what we've been up to. So like I said, my rear brake keeps locking up because it had a blockage in this return valve area here. So I went to the Bits for Bikes, a famous bike shop in North Queensland, and he had an 07 rear brake master. So I'll show you that in a minute. So getting the rear brake master off an 07 model finally allowed me to use every single bit in an RHK bling kit. So we'll go over that in a minute. And in the bling kit has axle blocks that allow you to adjust your axle. And it allowed me to use my original axle because my original axle, the axle block cracked out the side here. And I had to get this axle from Bits for Bikes, probably going back 10 or more years ago now. So that's the original outside. So I've been able to put my original axle back on, screwed and Loctited the axle block from the RHK kit. And another thing I'll mention about RHK is something I like, is they're designed in Australia, but it's this little bit here. Can you see it? Made in Taiwan. Back in the day, Taiwan used to make everything, and Taiwan makes good stuff. Then China took over and Taiwan got left by the wayside. But now Taiwan's making a resurgence. I've got an old Cap that was my dad's. It's probably over 40 years old. It was made in Taiwan. So it's good to see little old Taiwan, because here's an example. That's Taiwan, that screw. This tailgate's China. So to consider Taiwan used to make everything and now China took over, it's amazing to see how good a job Taiwan used to do back in the day, so we should support them. So the one thing with the bling kit, I'm hoping someone in my commenters can help me out in YouTube land here. What is this for? I asked the people at AMX where I bought the bling kit what it is. They've got no clue. It's the same thread as the axle, and the only thing that I didn't use in here, it says brake line clamp. And I've had Katie from strip down to each individual nut in its rebuild about 10 years ago, and I've never seen that. So if anyone could help me out what that is, bit of anodized aluminium, the only bit out of the kit I didn't use. And also, I've been looking for some frame guards, but I couldn't find any. So I got this non-slip trailer tread from Jensen's Rubber. It's a bit soft, but it's grippy. And you just heat it a little bit and it conforms to the round bars. And I also put it on the plastic side bits, ankle guards. So I'll show you that in a sec. And these are all the bits I changed. I bought a European bolt kit, 51 pieces, another RHK, and that's what I got left. I think was it 2, 4, 6, 8, 7 pieces left out of a 51 piece kit. So that's the new bolts that have got the hex head in them, the new style compared to when Katie was made. So every now and again I replace as many bolts as I can with this new style. So this one here, oh come on long bolt, is everything I've replaced with the bling kit, all this stuff, the rim locks. So that's what we've replaced this week. So that's the old cap for the new brake master that I put on. $100 from Bits for Bikes. And I'll grab that. That's the old oil cap. I'll show you something with that. And we'll grab the old brake and we'll go and have a look at Katie. So, we'll start at the front wheel. There's not much at the front for bling, but there's a bit of bling there, rim lock, and that. And here's the first thing I want to do. There's a blingy oil plug cap, but it's got a socket on it. And as you saw, the original one has got a handle. So it's not as convenient, so I think that'll get annoying to me and I'll end up putting the original one back on, but that's on for now. And as you can see there, that's that trailer tread, and it's on the black plastic and it molded to the bolts, molded to the shape. Come out quite nice, but I think this bit down here is in a very harsh environment, so I don't think it's going to last very long, but we'll see how it goes. But this is the bit I really wanted, a frame guard to protect the paint, and I think that will last quite a while because it doesn't get rubbed as much. And if you can see, tucked behind there is the 07 master cylinder, and a couple of differences is it bolts in on the inside of the tangs on the frame, whereas mine bolts on the outside, and it's got the threads in it for the bolt, so I had to drill the thread out and bolt it to my frame. So it sticks out a little bit more than the old one, as you can see, but not much. And these bits stuck out, but I heated them up and molded them back in to look a bit smoother. So yeah, we'll see how that works out today. Hopefully my brake won't keep locking up. And as I mentioned, my seat was too slippery. So from AMX, once again, got a Pro Grip seat. I don't know if you can see it. Little pyramids. So I'm going to unleash the power of the pyramid up my yowie butt, and hopefully I won't slip off the back today. So another bit of bling in the kit is a steering nut and the front brake master nut. And then as we come down the back, it's got the axle block there with a puller in the adjuster, so it moves your axle up and down. You don't have to put something in your chain to tighten up your chain to tighten it to the chain blocks. It holds it tight whichever way you go. Couple more bits of bling there on the back wheel. Come around this side, and there's the original shaped, but in gold now, axle block that I got to change back to my original axle. And another thing, I think originally this block is on the other side on KTM's, and if your axle bearings get a bit tight, it actually winds it out of that block. So I put the block on this side, so if the axle bearings get a bit tight, all it does is tighten it up. But then I think that's why it cracked, because it tightened up. So we'll see how this one goes. I've Loctited it, so hopefully it won't move. And let me set this bit up. And the other bit of putting the new brake on, it's, as you can see, that's what it used to look like with the original reservoir in there. So now that I don't have that reservoir in there, looks a lot neater. And you can see I've replaced a lot of bolts in there on my water pump. There's the padding I put on this side. Come out really good on this side. It sticks like shit to a blanket to the plastic, but I needed to heat it to keep it the curve of the tubes of the frame. So we'll see how that goes today. So that's about it for what I've done with Katie this fortnight. So we'll see how we go, Katie? Another day riding. Keep it real on the back wheel.